will show you. In this video, I will show you how do you install strip seat expansion joint on a bridge. This joint must protect concrete edge from damage caused by the vehicle traffic. It also observed thermal expansion or thermal contraction. First of all, I would like to introduce about the drawing. First, I introduce nodes. The first node is saying the expansion joint gap depending on the temperature. When we have installing this joint, right now we had between 40 to 70 mm gap, which was the changing as per temperature condition on site. Second note is the about the link bar, which is the variation size in depending on the deck slab reinforcement and joint link bar between distance, which are changes about on condition on site. Other notes are the instruction like the dimension and scaled, also the Morse code and others. After all, we will see the cross section of the joint, where we can easily see the actual condition of the side. Look at this. This is the cross section of the joint. Right now we can see the gap between the joint is 40 to 17 mm. Also given the deck's reinforcement position. So already we set the joint. The joint edge beam thickness is 10 mm and length and width is 75 mm. You can see into the drawing. Link bar welded to deck reinforcement. It will show into the middle of the video. Also we can see the our joint is 75 mm above from slab level. Look, this is the drawing condition. After we complete the joint, we put in the strip seal, which is given into the drawing. These are the drawing instruction. I will show you on this side condition how can I put the joint. Okay, that's fine. We are see the below drawings of the cross section. Look, this is given the splicing detail, which is given the edge of the beam and the condition of the joint, thickness of the plate welded connection, which are given into the splicing detail. Also the detail A are given into the bolted connection of between two joint. Then we can see the edge beam detail. Edge beam detail in given the steel nosing and edge beam dimension, also the anchor size are given into the drawing. Also you can see the stud staggered at 240 center to center distance, which is given the 240 spacing. Also in this joint the total quantity of the joint is used in 38 nungs. After all we have plan and section of joint, and we can see the length and joint of the two joint by bolted connection. This is given into this section. Two straight anchor bar spacing is 240 mm and inclined straight anchor bar spacing is 220 mm. Also the dimension of the anchor bar is 16 mm. You can see into the drawing of section below of the drawing. Okay, that's it. Our theoretical knowledge is over here. We will go to one side that's more interested. Look, this is our joints and I will introduce about the wall process of it. So that it's beginning with the cleaning of both sides of the deck slab. we break the concrete from slab and deck slab joint portion on above the steel, cleaning the steel and also other dust. After that we can getting temporary welded joints, which is the steel bar joint, temporary joint. So then after we temporary joint the steel bar, which is the useful for the leveling of the joint from slab level to 75 mm above the joint level, and we will remove after the completion of the concrete into joint. I will show you in last video so you can understand easily. After all, we taking the level, we set the joint from above the 75 mm of slab. Then after we are getting the level by the auto level, you can see the we are getting the level from deck slab to 75 mm above. Then after we are taking the welding, that we can fix the welding by link bar. It should be joined with anchor bar and deck slab bars. You can see we set the joint from the deck slab to 75 mm above, use of the 25 mm bar and packing of the wooden. You can see easily into the video. This building should be required proper and strong because of this reinforcement directly connect to the deck slab reinforcement. So it should require proper and strong welded connection between two reinforcement. You can see the we can welding with the anchor bar of the deck slab and joint bar. After completion of the proper welding, we remove the extra bar on joint and also remove the packing of the leveling, and then after we set the thermocol between joint of deck slab and concrete with the joint. So we should not require concrete into the joint, so we put into the thermocol and also we fixed with the adhesive tape so concrete will not come into the joint. You can see we are putting the thermocol between two joint portion of the deck slab where we are connecting to slab, so concrete are not going into the joint portion. After completion, you can see into the video like this, we binding the steel bar both side of the joint where the deck reinforcement connected. Both side of the deck slab we binding the reinforcement as per video. Also we used the cement slurry for proper joint completion of the all activity. We can start concrete pouring. Be careful about the concrete should not come into the joint. Thank you for watching video and getting knowledge.